Hi guys, I'm Ruchitta and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a spiral tie-dye out of a plain hoodie and bleach. So what you will need is a plain cotton hoodie preferably, or even I think a few other materials are also fine. Okay, make sure it is dry. We are not going to wet this for the design that we particularly want. You pick a certain point after spreading the hoodie out, keep a few rubber bands at hand, and start spiraling towards one direction. Okay, just one direction, and hold it all together. You can use your leg or knee, as I'm going to be holding it, together so that it's easier for you to hold it in place while you put the rubber bands together. Okay, now make sure it's completely tight because you don't want it to be too loose. It can come off at any time. All right, you can add as many rubber bands as you want to keep it tight and secure, but you will also find that design changes with the number of rubber bands that you use. Now this is done. Let's move to the bleaching part of it. Put just a little amount of bleach and make sure that your hands are covered with gloves, preferably in a bathroom or an open space. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of bleach. Hold the tie-dye hoodie, the hoodie that we're going to tie-dye. It's completely dry, remember that. I'm going to hold it with the rubber bands just because my hands are really small and I can't hold it fully. Okay, now I'm going to dunk it in just a little bit. Take it outside and allow it to just drip out like all of the excess bleach. Now after this, you can just turn it over and maybe fill up the parts that are not completely bleached with your finger. Now this is completely bleached. We can just wait for it to dry for about 10 minutes in the sun or under the fan, anywhere you want. And then we can move to the other side. Now you can see that it's turned kind of like this light pinkish white. If the bleach content was a little more, it would have turned kind of white. Now as you can see, the other side has already got a little bit of bleach, which actually we didn't want, so the design is going to turn slightly different than the spiral that we have in mind, or I have in mind rather. So now I'm just going to push it from the bottom so that all of the parts are clearly you're able to see all the spiral parts clearly like we did on the other side. And now we're just going, the leftover bleach, how much ever is there, I'm going to just dunk it in. Okay, now this time when I take it out, there will be some parts which don't have enough bleach, especially on the sides because the bleach content is less. So I'm going to dunk it in a few more times to, reach all the parts of the hoodie. Now I'm using my finger to just kind of fill up the parts that is not bleached. Again, remember your hands have to be gloved during this process. I'm doing this at night, so I'm just going to leave it to dry here. This is a time lapse for you to see how it changes color. Now it's past almost 15 minutes, I guess, and I'm going to use a blade because I couldn't find a scissor. After we open it, we're going to wash it and see how it really looks. I was too excited. And there we go. I think it turned out pretty damn cool. A little bit different than I expected, but it looks pretty good with that little baby pink, little bit of white and a little bit of purple. And I don't think I'm going to dye it any further. What do you think? Comment down below and maybe even send me pictures if you try it.